Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
Straight ahead, Joint Base San Antonio, or rather, Joint Base Fort Sam Houston placed on lockdown not once but twice today. Details on what prompted those lockdowns and the person who was taken into custody.
Plus, the man responsible for crashing into a church van in Uvalde last year, killing 13 people, in court for his sentencing. Jack Young driving under the influence. The latest on the testimony playing out in court today.
We have had a very interesting fall. We've had an interesting week, and now everything's changed. A lot of rain last night. A lot
of rain overnight, and looks like it might hopefully clear up through the afternoon and on into the weekend.
And it's downright chilly outside, Justin.
It is, and we're seeing a few showers out there still, mainly off to the south and east of San Antonio this afternoon. That's where most of the activity will stay, and I think it'll continue to move off to the east. We'll just see cloudy skies here in San Antonio. With that being said, we have seen a little bit of clearing off to the north of town. There's a little closer look at San Antonio. Most of those showers are moving out. It's still windy, though, and with temperatures in the 50s, it's going to feel pretty chilly. There's a little closer look at some of those showers out there off to the south and east, too. We're going to see mostly cloudy weekend, some cool temperatures, and another big cold front heads our way early next week. We're going to talk more about that in just a few minutes. Guys?
All right, Justin, thank you much. A lockdown at Joint Base San Antonio, Fort Sam Houston has been lifted for the second time today. We are told this comes after security risk at one of the gates of the post early this morning.
Now, at last check, one person has been detained, but authorities are still searching for a second suspect. KSAT 12's Max Massey joins us now live from the facility. So, Max, what have we learned so far?
Well, it was a scary situation. We're told around 4 a.m. a vehicle with two people inside it rammed the Schofield gate. Now we're here on Schofield Road, and this is the vehicle, or this is the gate behind us. Now we're told authorities on the scene pursued that vehicle, and the two people inside of it ran. One person was caught, but at last check, the other is still at large. Now let's take a look at the scene earlier here. Vehicles lined up, waiting to enter the post, and for some people that was the second time that they had to wait in that line. Now the initial lockdown was earlier this morning. It was lifted at 7 a.m. and then we learned of a second lockdown that happened at around 9 a.m. Now we're still waiting for more information about why for the 2-hour gap. We spoke to some drivers waiting to get inside, and as much as sitting for hours is not ideal, for the most part they were understanding.
It's a lengthy process to go in, but I know that they're trying to just keep us safe and make sure that whatever they need to do, they need to do. It means that they're on the ball. I mean, they're trying to watch out for everyone who's got vested interest in going to work here, got kids here, so they're trying to watch out for all the community here, which is a good thing.
People who work at the base tell me they were notified via alarms, text messages, emails, and phone calls about the lockdown. As for the situation that unfolded here this morning, still a lot of questions, mainly who are these two suspects and why ram this gate? Now, as much as there were fear, concerns, and just questions about what happened, the people we spoke to said they weren't too worried because the post is always prepared. David, Ursula?
Thank you, Max. We'll get more information later in the day, hopefully. It has been an emotionally charged morning in Uvalde as well as the punishment hearing for Jack Young comes to a close. Young killed 13 people when he crashed into a church bus in Uvalde County back in March of 2017. KSAT 12's Paul Vedema has been following this hearing for us. He joins us now live from Uvalde. Paul.
Thank you, Ursula. What is going on right now is we're on a brief lunch break, but let me bring you up to speed as far as this morning's testimony is concerned. In a calm, measured voice, Jack Young himself just finished testifying. His testimony simply was, "I can't say I'm sorry enough." He said, if anybody should have been killed, it should have been me. They were beautiful people. I would trade my life to get them back. Now, he was preceded on the witness stand this morning by his parents and an older sister, all offering tearful apologies to the families of the victims here in the courtroom. Both his mother, Lori Young, and his father, Ben, said that they failed their son through the lifestyle they lived. They described a drug and alcohol-fueled life, a life that his sister said was marred with mental, emotional, and physical abuse. They asked for mercy. Jack is damaged, his aunt testified, but he's salvageable. Now, as far as punishment is concerned, what he's looking at, once we get to that part of this hearing, is a long time in prison if the judge gives him the maximum sentence. He's looking at a maximum of 20 years in prison on each of 13 counts of intoxication manslaughter and one more count of intoxication assault. In any event, what's on tap for this afternoon is that we will have closing arguments following a brief lunch break. Then the judge will make her decision and will at least announce her decision. But for now, we're live in Uvalde. Paul Venema, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Paul. Back here at home at noon, fire crews making a mid-morning run to a house fire just southwest of downtown. The flames broke out in the 1300 block of Flanders around 8 this morning. Crews say when they arrived, there was heavy smoke coming from the home. They were able to get it under control in a short amount of time and kept it from spreading to any other structures. The battalion chief on scene told us it was a vacant house and there were no injuries.
One good tip is all San Antonio police need to solve an overnight shooting on the west side. A man driving along Stonegate Drive, not too far from St. Mary's University, was shot in the head by someone in another car. He is struggling to stay alive now. Katrina Weber reports police are looking into whether the violence may have started with a dispute at a strip club.
Trouble for a driver in a West Side neighborhood had detectives searching well beyond those limits for answers. They say the man, who was in his mid-20s, was with a passenger in his pickup around 2:30 this morning. They were traveling along the 300 block of Stonegate Drive when someone in another car shot him.
They did interview the passenger of that vehicle. He stated to them that he thought this may have occurred from a disturbance that happened at Sugar's nightclub.
Investigators have been working to corroborate that story. The passenger told them they were on their way home when suddenly the shooting started. Early on, investigators said things were not looking good for the driver. The passenger was not hurt.
He mentioned to us that he ducked, so he did not get a description of the vehicle that was involved in this shooting.
A detective at the scene told us he counted at least 10 bullet holes in the pickup.
The driver was hit in the head, and I believe at that point the vehicle went forward and it actually hit a utility pole before it came to a rest.
You can tell from all this damage that the truck hit here was forced, but all of this may not be to blame for everything that happened inside the truck. All of the airbags went off. Police say the side ones were triggered by the bullets. Detectives still aren't sure what triggered the shooting, but they say they are looking into all possibilities and hoping to hear from any and all people with information. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New to a San Antonio woman charged in the death of a toddler whose body was found this summer covered with bruises and with meth in its system. 30-year-old Roxanne Tovar faces a felony charge of injury to a child. The victim, 2-year-old Desmond Jimenez, was found in late July in a home in the 200 block of Cantrell Drive. Tovar's arrest affidavit says she waited 20 minutes to seek help after finding Desmond unresponsive.
Other top stories this noon: Crime Stoppers hoping new surveillance video will help bring a man's killer to justice. He was shot and killed on the northeast side. 22-year-old James Perez Jr. was gunned down on October 25th in the 4000 block of Mystic Sunrise. Police were called to the area after receiving several calls about shots fired. Once they got there, they discovered Perez had been shot. He later died. Overnight, police released this video. The two suspects wanted in Perez's death. Witnesses say they saw a gray or black four-door Chevy truck, model year between 2005 and 2010. It was leaving the area after the shooting. They say a man and a woman got in the truck. A third person drove them away. 2 other people were also shot and were taken to the hospital.
Police also searching for a man accused of credit card fraud. They say 37-year-old David Arocha attempted to use someone else's credit card on November 6th. Since then, Arocha has remained a fugitive. Police say he is a 6'2" Hispanic man, weighs about 280 pounds. If you have any information on any of these cases, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. Hey, it is the final week of the regular high school football season. It kicked off last night. We've got some playoff spots on the line. Larry Mears with a look at last night and a big Friday night of BGC coming up.
Plus, fast-moving wildfires ravaging parts of California and forcing residents to race to escape. Homes are now being lost, and one fire is moving closer to Los Angeles.
World-renowned American String Quartet in concert November 11th. Visit sacms.org for details. The perfect sofa is a reflection of your individual style and needs. That's why Louis Shanks offers an infinite selection of fine home furnishings in every style. Visit our custom design center where you can customize something that perfectly fits you. Or partner with one of our experienced designers to help make your dream home a reality, room by room or one piece at a time. Louis Shanks Furniture. We live to help you love where you live.
Every time I smiled, I had to cover my mouth because I was so ashamed. When the denture slipped, I would have to excuse myself and go to the restroom virtually in tears. It kept me from being able to speak properly. I could not eat corn, apples, baby back ribs. I did not want dentures to be part of my life. I pretty much decided dental implants were the route I was going to take.
Let's do a head-to-head comparison of dental implants versus dentures. With dentures, the ability to taste food, to bite and chew is altered. The worst thing about dentures, bone loss. When you put an implant inside the bone, which is like the root of a tooth, now you preserve the bone. It's a game changer. With implants, you walk into a restaurant, you order anything you want. You eat just like you have real teeth.
Before you knew it, here I was with my brand new teeth.
Schedule your free consultation today. We'll even talk about financing options.
I can smile, my confidence is back.
Call Clear Choice today.
What would happen if a Medicare insurance provider listened first?
Got a question for you.
Yes, sir. Mutual of Omaha is doing just that for San Antonio. We've listened to patients and doctors, and we're still listening to make sure you get the best care.
My dad's prescription costs have gone up.
Again.
We hear that a lot. That's why Mutual of Omaha has created a new Medicare Advantage plan with low copays on prescriptions and $0 monthly premiums.
Introducing the Mutual of Omaha Care Advantage plan. Call this number for your free information kit.
What can I do for you folks?
I got a bill from my dentist, but I thought that was included in my plan.
No one wants unexpected bills.
Now he wants me to get x-rayed.
So, our plan covers dental, including your x-rays, prescription drugs, and vision, plus doctor and hospital visits.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
The Mutual of Omaha Care Advantage plan. Call 1-833-291-4633 to get your free information kit or go online today. Mutual of Omaha. We begin by listening.
And now to those infernos burning up and down in California. The wildfire in Northern California threatening several homes.
Yeah, the wildfire is also raging in Southern California, just outside of Los Angeles, where 75,000 people are now under an evacuation threat. ABC's Natalie Brunell has the latest on the fires burning out of control.
A trio of wind-driven fires exploding in California.
I'm so scared.
The first inferno flaring up Thursday afternoon, the Hill Fire jumping the 101 freeway in Thousand Oaks, California. Then the Woolsey Fire erupting, ballooning overnight, fanned by strong Santa Ana winds. Dozens of homes going up in flames.
We lost everything, trailers, all our belongings.
More than 75,000 people under evacuation orders.
You just have to come up out of it and rebuild. That's our idea.
Meanwhile, to the north, the fast-moving Camp Fire raging about 90 miles outside Sacramento. Winds there gusting 50 miles per hour, sparking fire whirls.
We've got 4 people trapped in the basement.
One of them, a nurse trapped in a hospital basement. Thinking she had no way out, she posted a goodbye letter to her family on Facebook, attaching a terrifying video. Tamara Ferguson writing, "To all my friends and family, and especially John and my kids, I love you with all my heart. I am trapped in this horrific fire and can't get out." Police getting to her group just in time.
Heavenly Father, please help us.
In the city of Paradise, hell on earth. An estimated 2,000 structures reduced to ashes. There's no word when the 101 freeway here might reopen, and firefighters say their biggest concern is the winds are already picking up this morning and conditions here are bone dry. Natalie Brunell, ABC News, Calabasas, California.
Fortunately for us here, with a live look outside with the live cam, we had enough rain to keep from wildfires going around this place, huh?
We do have a lot of wind out there, though, Justin.
Yep, we had the rain move through last night, some good rainfall totals, and now the wind is there. It's been a breezy, cool day. Temperatures sitting right at about 51, 52 for the last several hours. Hasn't warmed up much at all. The aquifer, though, is up about 1/10 of a foot to 684.3 in your pollen count. it's just mold, but it's way up there, close to 5,000. We're going to take a look at some of the rainfall totals and let you know about a strong front that heads our way on Monday. That's coming up.
Fall for cash at Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel. Rake in your share of $100,000 in crisp green cash. Earn entries now through November 24th. 25 winners every Saturday.
Come and play.
Look at this. Look at me. I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer. Seriously hurt by an 18-wheeler? I hammer insurance companies for you. An 18-wheeler ran a red light. My client fractured his arm and leg. I got him $196,000 in his pocket. Call me now. I'm Jim Adler, the tough, smart lawyer.
Call 210-531-0000. 210-531-0000.
I'm waiting.
I've been a doctor at MCCI for 14 years.
13 years.
14 years.
I've been working with the doctors at MCCI for 23 years.
18 years.
8 years.
I've been an MCCI patient for 10 years.
14 years.
For 11 years.
7 years.
So come, find out why MCCI ranks
amongst the nation's best
in patient retention and physician tenure.
MCCI. All your medical needs under one roof.
Your first step towards a healthy, confident smile starts at All Smiles Dental Center. Our friendly staff and experienced dental team provide the best in general and cosmetic dentistry, always prioritizing your comfort and needs. Need to replace missing teeth? All Smiles can restore that smile with precise state-of-the-art cone beam 3D technology. Thanks to 3D imaging, we're able to digitally ensure your implants are placed correctly. Call today to set up an appointment at All Smiles Dental Center.
Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel.
It's only a short drive from home.
Over 3,300 slots, poker, and live bingo.
I come for the drinks.
It's a great place to celebrate.
Come and play.
Across from the Alamo, you will find all sorts of entertainment, from museums to haunted houses. Alamo Plaza attracts visitors from all around the world. But in the late 1880s, the plaza's biggest attraction was the Grand Opera House. Built in 1886 on the corner of North Alamo and Crockett Street, the Grand Opera House was considered one of the finest opera houses in the country. With a performing arts hall seating 1,300 people, the opera showcased several performances and later began showing films in its 50-year lifespan. After World War I, with the popularity of motion pictures and movie theaters, the Opera House closed its doors in the 1930s and was demolished in 1954 to make way for a department store. Today, you won't find the Grand Opera House, but a new form of entertainment that is now the home of Ripley's Louis Tussauds Waxworks.
San Antonio's Tricentennial Moments on KSAT 12 are powered by Frost Bank and Sierra Cars, Trucks, and RVs, and the Children's Hospital of San Antonio.
Wow.
I know. Wow. What a change, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just going to, my personal rain gauge is how much water is in the horses' feed buckets that I have to empty out.
Okay.
1.5 inches of rain in Selma.
She uses feed buckets. I use the wheelbarrow.
It all works.
Who has traditional rain gauges?
It's not an exact science. A lot of people do, but no, it's not an exact science, and it's good to know. I mean, several areas around San Antonio saw some good totals last night, up to 3 to 4 inches in some cases. So here's where we stand for the year, guys. 1.42 for the month of November, and most of that we picked up last night and this morning. 0.62 above the average. Since January 1st, we're at 38.49, so that puts us about 10 inches above the average. Most of that, by the way, we've received after September 1st. So, yeah, it's been a busy last few months, and we had that front pass by. We've got the gusty winds behind it. Still a lot of rain right along the Texas coast, but it is moving away from us for the most part, and we've still got quite a bit of cloud cover. I'll show you the visible satellite picture in just a second because, well, there it is. We're starting to see some of the clearing. So this is interesting. Should we get that clearing line moved a little bit further south, it's possible we could see some sun here in San Antonio. That would perhaps lift temperatures a little bit, although even with the sun back up across parts of North Texas, it's still cold. 48 degrees right now in Abilene, 51 in Dallas, 50 in Midland, 40s in the Panhandle. So this is a cool air mass that is settling in, and I think will probably stay mostly cloudy into the evening. Clouds will still be around tomorrow and Sunday, too. Just not a lot of sun in the forecast. Right now, again, 52 degrees. Northerly winds at about 20 miles per hour. It's gusting to 31. And those wind gusts have been pretty stout. Really since last night. Doppler radar shows those showers moving east. Corpus is still getting a good drink at this hour, and those showers will continue to push out into the Gulf of Mexico. Nothing in the way of showers around Bexar County right now, and I don't think we're going to see a whole lot today. The rainfall estimates, as I mentioned, anywhere from 3 to 4 inches in isolated spots. Generally speaking, across Bexar County and San Antonio, 1 to 2 inches, and out towards Castroville, we saw 2 to 3, and you can see some of the spots south of town, especially southern parts of San Antonio, getting some really good rainfall. 53 degrees in New Braunfels right now, 52 Gonzales, still some 40s up there to our north in Kerrville, 47, 46 in Fredericksburg, and the wind gusts, as we talked about, still up there. Now, I do think the winds will start to calm a little bit as we go into tonight, but right now, still gusting to 31 miles per hour. And there is still a wind chill, places where the temperature is below 50 degrees. The wind chill is not 17 in the Eagle Pass. That's an incorrect reading. But we are getting wind chill values in the 40s and 30s up there in the hill country. So our forecast going forward. Tomorrow, I don't think we'll see a whole lot other than, again, just some clouds. But some showers may rotate in on Sundays. We got a little surface low to develop here along the coast. And then the better chance of rain, or as early on Monday as our next big front moves in. And behind this, we'll get rain, I think, most of the day on Monday. It'll be windy and much colder. And this front actually looks stronger than this previous front. So some cold air certainly on the way for South Texas in Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. That's when we'll have to watch for the possibility of some temperatures getting close to freezing, especially in the hill country. Rest of today, temperatures hold pretty steady, low 50s. Again, we may see a little bit of sun. 53 Saturday, 56 Sunday. And then Monday, we may start off in the 50s, but I think we tumble down into the 40s. Windy conditions, about 70% chance of rain. And then the sun comes out Tuesday, Wednesday, but it is that clearing that allows for those temperatures to really drop at night. So Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning, both days. If we're down at 35 here in San Antonio, you know that there will be likely a freeze in the hill country.
It's not my imagination, but we just dropped those temperatures down another notch.
A little bit more.
Wow, every day.
Hey,
they're ticking it down.
It's good football weather.
It is.
And this is the best time of the football season. Last week of the regular season, teams fighting for district titles. They're fighting for playoff spots. This is fun, isn't it?
Yes, Hondo at Crystal City puts the big into big game coverage because this is a big game for both schools. With the win, Hondo can grab at least a share of the district title. Crystal City with the win can win it outright for their first district championship since 1953. We got a preview coming up.
If you or a loved one are injured by a distracted driver, call us. We can help. Call 210-222-2288 or Google Carabin Shaw.
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. It is November 9th.
You definitely need a Coke this morning. It's wet on the roadways, lots of puddling and ponding, windy and cold.
Then we get this air with the 40s, mid-40s by tomorrow morning. So it's going to be very cold tomorrow morning as well as on Sunday morning.
This morning, give yourself lots of extra time. The roadways are wet. It is slick. We've seen lots of accidents.
Are we going to have a wet start Monday morning? And the very latest on that cold blast of Arctic air, Monday 4:30 to 7 on Good Morning San Antonio.
Last year, during the Medicare annual election period, I made an easy choice
and switched to Clover. This year, I can just relax and enjoy all the benefits.
Call now to get your free Medicare information kit.
With Clover, I get all the benefits of original Medicare.
Plus my prescription drug coverage in one simple plan with a $0 monthly premium.
I also get important extras, including comprehensive dental benefits and much more.
Your free information kit will show you how you can have all of your Medicare benefits in one simple, affordable plan.
Getting the information I needed was easy. I just made one toll-free call.
And making my decision was even easier once I saw all the benefits I could have with Clover.
Call 1-800-912-4855 now to request your free information kit from Clover.
If you thought you couldn't love a Medicare plan,
think again, then do what I did and call Clover.
Clover, plans for health, plans for life.
Oilers wrapped up their regular season knowing they had the 2 seed in Division I playoffs already wrapped up, going up against South San, and they had a tough time getting going. It's a wide receiver screen. It looks like he may take it in for the touchdown, but the ball just comes sliding out of his arm, and that's a fumble recovered by the Bobcats' Raymond Dominguez. Rattlers still up 3-0 when they go for the trick play. Quarterback Travis Steele throws it back to Connor Fox, who finds Logan Kimbrough in the end zone. 31-yard touchdown. Reagan goes up 10-0, and they win 38-0. The game was called due to lightning. Meet the Lee Volunteers' new mascot, military service dog, on the sidelines for the game against MacArthur, both of their final games of the season. Mac down 33-28 in the third, but not for long. Quarterback Austin Lee goes on top to Lanier Shabazz with a 26-yard score. Mac takes the lead, and they win 42-33. Warren Warriors are playoff bound as the 2 seed in Division I, closing out their regular season against the Clark Cougars, who saw their season end. Warriors with the quarterback option read. Anthony Cisneros will keep, and he gets down to the 22-yard line for a 12-yard gain. A couple plays later, Cisneros is able to field the low snap, rolls to his left, and finds Jonathan Segovia for the 16-yard touchdown to take the early 7-0 advantage. Warren wins 38-7 in a game that was called early due to lightning. Brackenridge cheerleaders came prepared for a little rain as they are fighting for the playoffs and win against Highlands, and they're in. Second quarter, Brack is up 21-13 when the Owls strike. Quarterback Gabriel Sines out of the shotgun and loads to Eric Rodriguez with a 34-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. The Owls trailed 21-19. Just before the half, Brack attacks. Quarterback Julian Cameron puts it up for Jay Rios, who goes up and gets it for the 20-yard touchdown. The Eagles missed the extra point, and at the half, it was 27-19. Brack, and take a look at that score. Brackenridge wins 48-19, so they are into the postseason, and Harlan wins as well, 16-5. All right, Crystal City Javelinas will host Hondo Owls tonight, and a lot is on the line in this one. With the win, Crystal City will win its first district championship since 1953. Outright champs. Now, if Hondo wins, the Owls will share the title with Divine and Crystal City. It's a huge game, and both sides are ready.
And you are correct. We put ourselves in a great situation, and Friday night, because I know Hondo, also put themselves in a great position, and I know that was their goal coming in.
Oh, it's championship week. It's what they've been waiting for all year. We set our goals at the beginning of the year, saying that we wanted to play for a district title. We wanted to go at least 3 rounds deep in the playoffs, and we have a chance to accomplish goal 1 on Friday night, and that's all they wanted, and they're fired up and ready to go.
And I had told the kids it's going to come down to this last game, and it's held true. It's going to be a heck of a game between us and Hondo.
Here's the BGC road trip tonight. Final week of the regular season. Hondo, Crystal City, Nixon, Smiley, and Dilley, Poteet, and Pearsall. Now, with a win, Pearsall will get in, lose, and they will need help to make the playoffs.
Good night for some slobberknockers.
It is. Excited.
What's that?
Football term.
Oh, okay. We'll be right back. He'll explain in the commercial.